How's it going, guys? Christian here with GenTech. Today we're going to be talking about car wraps, car wrap ads and stuff like that. So I'm going to actually walk you guys through how to set up an ad. I'm going to give you like a custom template for the copy, so you'll be able to kind of like set up your ads from start to finish by yourself and kind of generate as many leads as you want. So without further ado, let's just hop into it. Alright, so after you go to the campaign, you don't really need to do anything over here, and I'll show you guys why. We're not going to actually be using CBO, we're going to be using ABO, which is in the next section. So obviously you can name this car wrap lead generation or whatever it is, just so you can differentiate it from your other ads. So here we're going to run a daily budget. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. You can do $10 a day, you can do $50 a day, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I would always like start small and kind of scale to the level you want to get to. And don't pay attention to this audience definition, because at the end of the day, when you're working with local, like it doesn't matter, because if you show your business to, let's say, 200 people every single day, that's gonna end up doing really well, especially if it's a very local area, because that's what it is when it comes to car wraps. Like if you're in Florida, someone in New York is not gonna actually go wrap their car with you. So what I like to do for the date is I like to do 11:59 p.m. Just so that the ads can optimize over a full day's worth of data, just because Facebook also recognizes what time of day you get the better clicks, and they will kind of optimize towards that instead of just kind of like forcing it through, let's say 5 p.m. to midnight and kind of like trying to spend all your budget during then. And that will throw off the optimization, just because Facebook ads learn quickly, so you don't want to start them off wrong. So without further ado, let's just get into this section, which is the audience. And here you want to put the location of your wrap store or the city that you're located in. So for example, here, our headquarters is in Tampa, so let's just say Tampa for now. Tampa, Florida. You can try people living in or recently in this location, or you can say people living in this location. Because you see, like 500 people, you have a potential to reach. Again, these numbers are not the most important because they're not always accurate, but it's always good to keep in mind. So, would you say that someone would drive 25 miles to get their car wrapped? I would say so. So let's just leave it like that. Age group doesn't matter. And all of this doesn't matter, because this is going to actually be our control audience. Here you can put manual placements and run this, let's say, only on Facebook or only on Instagram or whatever. However, I definitely recommend leaving it on auto placements, because at the end of the day, Facebook again will dump the budget where it sees the best results. So we're going to just go to auto placements, and we're going to call this control. All right, so let's move on, and then you'd have your ad. I actually have like a little template. We're gonna leave it in the description below, so feel free to copy it and use that template for your wrap store. All right, so now onto the ad section, which is exactly what your client is gonna see when they do see your Facebook ad. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to just add media, add an image, and we're gonna upload. These are just images that I got off Google, but obviously you want to run with any images that you did, like wrap those cars. You obviously want to go with the most eye-catching wraps that you've done. So just obviously, because like every 5th post online is an ad, more or less, so you definitely want to grab someone's attention in order to have them look at your ads, read your copy, and obviously end up becoming a lead, which will eventually be a potential client for you. So we're just going to go to downloads. We're going to go to this image. So this is obviously just like a little car wrap. All right, so now onto the ad section. I actually went ahead and uploaded an image. This is my car, so like obviously you want to put something super eye-catching. Every 5th post is an ad online. So what you want to do is you pretty much want to have someone stop and say, wow, so like this is cool, let me look at this, let me read this. So that's kind of the goal of the image. This is the first thing someone sees when they click on your ad. So what we're gonna do is then we're gonna go to this section. Obviously, if you want to add an image, all you have to do is go back here, add media, add an image, and then select whichever image you want to do. So what I would recommend is making sure everything fits a square. Obviously, this is not perfect square, but like the next section, you could have just said 1 by 1. So primary text is actually what you want to get from the description. So I actually have that in my notes. So this is kind of like a default that you can do. It's kind of long, but it does work. We've tried this, and what we're gonna do is basically you're gonna put your wrap store over here, your phone number over here, and your location over here as well. And after that, the headline is, you can say something like, get a free quote, and then boom, that's it. And then you can put like a little like Ferrari emoji or whatever. So, and then the description, you can say limited time special. Perfect. And then what you want to do for the call to action, you actually want to use the learn more button. So let's go ahead, select learn more, and then you can create a form. This is the important part. This is how you qualify your leads to kind of basically just get hit up by the right people. So the intro question is extremely important. What you want to do for the headline, say, thank you for your interest in a car wrap, and then the description could be click next to continue. And then here you want to set up a custom question, just again to qualify those leads. So you go add a question, you can say short answer. The question that I really like to ask for car shops is what kind of car do you want to wrap? Because like that's a question that every person that is thinking to wrap their car is super excited to talk about. Or what color are you looking to wrap your car? So some people are like matte white, matte black, whatever. Or you can be like, for example, 2015 Audi A5 or whatever. So just leave that question, put in what car do you plan on wrapping? Question mark, and then there's their short answer. That's the qualification of the client. And then the next page is where you get their email, full name, and phone number, so you can actually get in contact with them. So what I like to do is I like to put the full name on top, the phone number second, and the email third, because the rest of the stuff doesn't really matter. If you did location targeting, then obviously they're going to be in your local area, so you don't have to ask them about their city, zip code, all that. So description, fill this out so we can get in contact with you. This is just kind of like a brief way that you can say these things. You don't have to be like this direct. You can obviously like word this in accordance to the aesthetic that you want to give off as a wrap shop. And then the privacy policy is pretty straightforward. You just add a link from your website for your privacy policy. And then for the completion, boom, that's it. What I like to say is call business. Thanks, you're all set. We will contact you shortly. But if you want to skip the wait, feel free to give us a call below. And then the call to action, what I like to do is one of two things: either put the phone number as the call to action, because people are just going to click it because they see their own, like the first 3 digits are going to be their area's code, so they're going to be like, oh, this is local, like it's kind of priming their mind to give you a call. Or you can say call us now, and then you can put the phone number over here. So after you do that, you can press on publish. Obviously, if it gives you an error, whatever, you might have missed the section, so go back and fill those out. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna actually exit out of this because I'm not gonna physically publish this ad. But that's pretty much it. After you have all this set up, all you have to do is press X and then press publish. You can even press publish in the bottom right corner. And after that, what's gonna happen is when someone becomes a lead, you can actually come back to the ads manager and download them, or you can actually set up a Zapier. That's something that we do as a service here as well. So if you want the leads to automatically show up on your phone as a text, you want them to show up as an email, or you want a spreadsheet that automatically updates with the new leads, so you're able to keep track of who actually was a good lead, who was a bad lead, who actually came in, who got their car fully wrapped, who wrapped their hood. So you can kind of like keep track of what came out of the Facebook ads. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy. Feel free to comment down below what you guys have done for these types of ads, or if you own a wrap shop yourself and you need help, feel free to contact us. But without further ado, I'm just gonna wrap up this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.